There's the picture. And Angel Reese did, in fact, repost this on TikTok, it looks like, and share it. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? And the WNBA is going after and lecturing Indiana Fever fans in this investigation? Are you trying to tell me Angel Reese is not going to get suspended for this, not going to get fined for this? Or is the WNBA too gutless to stand up against things like this, even if it is against a white woman?
Did Angel Reese just go too far? She reposted a TikTok that straight up called Caitlin Clark the white girl running from the fade, and now everyone's talking. Fans are outraged, media outlets are digging in, and the WNBA completely silent. This isn't just a harmless post. This could damage Angel's image, spark even more division in the league, and raise serious questions about how the WNBA handles accountability.
Reese reposted this to her TikTok account. I know the image is blurry and filled with grammatical and spelling errors. I'm honestly surprised that whoever posted this originally was able to spell "the" correctly. But the message, it says, "White girl running from the fade."
And while Angel's stirring the pot, Caitlin Clark just walked away with no drama, no response. But the internet? It's not letting this one slide. Stick around, let's break it all down, from the video itself to what this could mean for Angel's career, Caitlin's legacy, and the league's future. All right, let's get into it. So, here's exactly what happened. Angel Reese, yes, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie, reposted a TikTok that literally called Caitlin Clark the white girl running from the fade. That's not even subtle. This wasn't a meme. This wasn't a joke. This was a direct shot at Caitlin Clark's character. Racially charged, aggressive, and reckless. Now let's be honest. We all know athletes post wild things sometimes. But Angel, she's not just any player. She's supposed to be one of the faces of the WNBA. So why in the world would she repost something like that? Did she not think people would notice? Or worse, did she actually think it was okay?
I'm assuming, though, that the racial connotation here is that Caitlin Clark is a scared white girl running away from the black woman. When the reality is, Caitlin Clark was just treating Angel Reese just like the rest of the WNBA audience is treating Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark walked away from the fight and treated Angel Reese like an afterthought.
Once that TikTok started circulating, the internet absolutely exploded. Fans weren't just disappointed, they were furious. Many of them said this post crossed a line and they weren't wrong. Social media lit up. ESPN reporters, YouTubers, basketball blogs, everyone had something to say. But you know who didn't say anything? The WNBA. Not a single word. No comment, no fine, no suspension. Just silence. And you know what that silence sounds like to fans? It sounds like approval. It sounds like, we're just gonna pretend this didn't happen. Now, tell me if the WNBA really believes in accountability and zero tolerance for hate. Why are they letting this slide? Let's keep it real. If this was Caitlin Clark reposting something about Angel Reese, calling her a black girl dodging a fade, she'd be benched faster than you can say flagrant foul. Nope, she didn't even flinch. No tweet, no passive-aggressive story, no shade in the media. She kept her mouth shut and her game loud. That's power. That's poise. That's maturity. She did what Caitlin Clark always does. She handled it like a pro, focused, unbothered, and locked in. Meanwhile, Angel's on TikTok playing keyboard gangster. And I mean, come on, it's giving junior high drama. You're in the WNBA, now not some high school hallway fight club. While Angel is reposting racially loaded TikToks, Caitlin is putting up 20-point triple-doubles, drawing MVP chants and signing jerseys for kids who see her as a hero. That's the real difference. One is chasing clout, the other is chasing greatness. So let me ask you, who do you think young girls are looking up to right now? The one throwing shade online, or the one leading her team with her play?
Whatever I got told was Angel Reese about the white girl didn't want any of the fade or something like that. I thought it had to be a mistake. Somebody asked me about it and I said, no, surely to God she would not have even Angel Reese surely realizes not to repost something like that, right? Hell, I guess I was wrong.
Let's not dance around it. If Caitlin Clark had reposted something like that about Angel Reese, the WNBA would have made an example out of her by lunchtime. She'd be all over the news. Players would be calling her out. Activists would be flooding her comments. There'd be full-blown protests outside Fever games. But Angel Reese does it, and the league shrugs. That's not equality. That's hypocrisy. There can't be one set of rules for one player and a completely different set for another. If you want to be taken seriously as a pro league, you have to apply the rules to everyone no matter how popular they are or what narrative they're part of. Fair is fair. So, here's the question. Has the WNBA lost control of its own standards? Let's talk PR for a second because the WNBA is in the middle of what should be a golden era. Sponsorships are up, TV ratings are reaching historic highs. You've got celebrities courtside, social media buzzing, and new fans discovering the league every day. It's the kind of growth the WNBA has been dreaming of for decades. But here's the thing about growth when you level up. The pressure levels up too. The spotlight doesn't just shine on the wins, it exposes the cracks. And right now, that spotlight is exposing a mess. Because instead of celebrating this moment, the league is being dragged into a controversy that they created by doing absolutely nothing. You've got one of your most high-profile players reposting a racially charged, borderline threatening TikTok, and the league's official response is crickets? Not even a "we're aware of the situation" press release? Nothing? That's not just a PR fumble. That's a full-on faceplant. Let's call it what it is. This isn't progress. This is backtracking. This is regression hiding behind hashtags. And Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, where is she? Seriously. Is she hiding under her desk or what? Because the fans are out here asking real questions and the top of the league is giving off ghost vibes. When your league is getting national headlines for controversy and you say nothing, you're not leading. You're not managing. You're not doing your job. Because here's the truth. When leadership disappears during controversy, it tells fans that you don't care. And if the fans start to feel like you don't care, guess what? They stop caring too. So yeah, Kathy, it's time to show up. Because silence isn't just bad optics. It's a ticking time bomb for everything you've worked to build. And here's the most dangerous part for the WNBA. The fans, the people actually buying tickets and tuning in, they're starting to check out. Especially Indiana Fever fans. These people are packing arenas. They're paying money to watch Caitlin Clark work her magic. And in return, they're getting treated like second-class citizens by the league, lectured for booing, criticized for cheering, and now they're watching the league protect a player who just tried to clown their star with a racially charged TikTok. You can feel the frustration boiling over. So, tell me, how are you feeling as a fan right now? Are you still excited about this season? Or has the drama made you think twice? Let's get back to Angel Reese for a second because, whew, this girl is doing the absolute most right now. She's not just a hooper, at least. She used to be more than that. She's got endorsement deals, TV commercials, high-fashion magazine covers, and a growing social media following that treats her like the Beyoncé of basketball. But lately, it's looking more like she wants to be the drama queen of the WNBA rather than its future. Because right now, she's becoming more famous for TikTok reposts and off-court antics than actual on-court dominance. And let's be real, if you're trying to build your brand, maybe don't build it on pettiness, victim narratives, and race baiting. That's not just bad taste, it's bad business. You can't be crying for respect, demanding love from fans, and asking the league to uplift you when you're out here throwing racial shade and trying to stir the pot. That's not queen energy. That's not leadership. That's not even mature. It's giving messy. Let's zoom out for a second because this whole situation goes way beyond Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. This isn't just a personal beef. This is a mirror reflecting what the WNBA really stands for and what it's becoming. What kind of league is this really? Do they stand for sportsmanship, for discipline, for treating all players equally, regardless of race, popularity, or social media presence? Or are they just here for the clicks, chaos, and whatever keeps the headlines rolling? Right now, the message the league is sending is confusing. Fans are scratching their heads. Players are walking on eggshells except Angel Reese, who's stomping all over those eggshells in her sparkly sneakers, laughing at the mess she made. Let's keep it real. This is a defining moment, a turning point. Either the WNBA steps up and draws a clear line in the sand, or they let this thing spiral completely out of control. And if they choose silence and inaction again, then they're co-signing the nonsense, plain and simple. And sure, drama might boost engagement. It might spike your Twitter impressions and TikTok views. But it doesn't build loyalty, it doesn't build trust, and it certainly doesn't build a legacy. Right now, the WNBA's foundation is cracking. Because instead of building something powerful, they're letting it be shaken by a player who thinks reposting a racial insult is cute, who thinks being loud is the same as being right. So, what now? Will the WNBA finally say something? Will Angel Reese apologize or just keep doubling down? Will Caitlin Clark keep letting her game talk while others just talk? This story's far from over, but one thing is clear. Fans are watching, sponsors are watching, and most importantly, the future of the WNBA is watching. So, let me ask you, was Angel Reese out of line? Should the league step in? Is Caitlin Clark being protected or disrespected? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, and don't miss the next chapter in what's shaping up to be the most dramatic season in WNBA history. Until next time, stay tuned, because this league, it's on fire and not in a good way.